Hey, sixth graders, can you see me? I'm going to try to teach you some math. Um, we are going to do customary units, which are units we use in the United States for measurements, like miles, inches, gallons, and what am I missing? Capacity measurement. Oh, like pounds, ounces. Um, so the customary use system. So we are going to go over a couple things. I'll show you the charts in the book, and you have those attached to your assignment as well. And then we'll go over a few problems together that you can watch. Okay. So your charts that you have attached to your assignment are the common customary measurements for length, weight, and capacity. So length obviously means distance of something or how long something is. Weight means how heavy something is. We've got ounces and pounds for weight and tons. And we have capacity, which is the amount of space that something takes up. So usually for liquids is when we see capacity. Cooking a lot is when you will see those words, like fluid ounces, cups, pints, quarts, gallons, and that is when this chart will also be helpful, like the big one we have in the classroom, and this is attached to your assignment as well to use for reference. All right, so I think I need a pen. Here it is. All right, so you're going to have to be converting measurements. So let's say that we have, let me turn the page here, and I'm going to use the answers around here. So that's, I'll change them a little bit. Okay, so let's say we have 10 feet. 10 feet. And we need to convert this into inches. Okay, the first thing I'm going to ask myself is, okay, what is the magic number from the chart? As in, how many inches are in 1 foot? How many inches are in 1 foot? So, you probably already know that you're probably not going to have all these memorized. So I'd go to my charts, and I'd look at length, and I'd say, okay, there are 12 inches in 1 foot. Okay, so there are 12 inches in a foot. So that means my magic number is going to be 12. All right, 12 is my magic number. So I'm going from feet to inches. And then I'm going to ask myself, okay, so I need to know inches. Are inches bigger or smaller than a foot? Are inches bigger or smaller than a foot? Inches are smaller, right? They're pretty tiny, and feet are bigger. Think of a ruler. That's 1 foot, and then there's 12 inches in it. So since inches are smaller, that means my answer is going to get bigger because there's going to be more of them in 1 foot. So since inches are smaller, my answer is going to get bigger. So if my answers are going to get bigger, am I going to multiply or am I going to divide if my answer is going to get bigger? I'm going to multiply, right? So that means I'm going to take the 10 from the 10 feet, and I'm going to take my magic number 12. So I have my 10 and my 12. And since I said my answer is going to get bigger, I am going to multiply the 10 and the 12 together. And what is 10 times 12? 120. So that means that 10 feet would equal 120 inches. Now, for these problems, I'm okay if you use a calculator because some of them are going to get a little more complicated or the numbers will be more complex. So if you don't want to use a calculator, great. If you do, that's fine too. So let's do another one. All right, let me see here. I'm going to move the iPad for a second so you can't see the answers. Okay. 6 pounds. 6 pounds. So I'm on weight here. I'm going to figure out how many ounces are in 6 pounds. So first, you're going to need to know or want to know your magic number. How many ounces are in 1 pound? So if you don't already know, go to your charts weight, 16 ounces are in 1 pound. So my magic number is 16. Okay, so now I need to decide if I'm going to multiply or divide. So I have 6 pounds going to ounces. Are ounces bigger or smaller than pounds? There are 16 ounces in 1 pound, so that means ounces are smaller. So since ounces are smaller, my answer needs to get bigger, greater. So I'm going to take my 6 from pounds. It's going to get bigger, so I'm going to multiply or divide. Which one? If my answer gets bigger, I'm going to multiply. And then I'm going to take my magic number, 16, and I'm going to multiply the two of those together. And I think it's 86 ounces. Is that right? Times 6 is 6. 96. Oh my gosh, I was wrong. 96. So it would be 96 ounces in 6 pounds. All right, so let's do another one. Let's say I have, hang on, I'm going to move this again. Okay, let's say I have 18 quarts. That label is QT, 18 quarts. And I'm going to go to gallons. Okay, so I have 18 quarts and I want to go to gallons. So first I'm going to figure out how many quarts are in a gallon. How many quarts are in a gallon? Well, if you use this chart, you know that 1 gallon is 1, 2, 3, 4 quarts. And if you use this chart, you know that 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So 1 gallon is 4 quarts. Okay, so that means I've got my magic number 4, because there's 4 quarts in a gallon. And then I've got quarts to gallons. So you need to decide which is larger. Are gallons larger or smaller than quarts? Gallons are bigger, right? Because 4 quarts can fit in it. So a gallon's bigger. So if the gallons are bigger, that means this time my answer is going to get smaller, the opposite. So if my answer is going to get smaller, am I going to multiply or divide? Divide, right? So I know what I need to do. I have my 18, I have my division sign, and I have my magic number. So I've got 18 divided by 4 equals, so I'm going to go, how many times does 4 go into 18? Remember, you could use your calculator if you wanted. Make sure that you do 18 divided by 4, not 4 divided by 18. Make sure you do it in the right order. And if you do it in the wrong order, you should know that your answer doesn't make sense and to try it in the other order. So 4 goes into 18 4 times. 16 subtract 2. Carry down 0. Should be a decimal here. Put a decimal here. 4 goes into 25 times. So that means 18 quarts is 4.5 gallons. So if we look at this, 18 quarts, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we kept doing it, that's 1 gallon. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 gallons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me try that over. We've got 1 gallon. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarts. 1 gallon. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 gallons. 9, 10, 11, 12, 3 gallons. 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 gallons. 17, 18, 4.5 gallons. So our answer checks out. Okay. So I'm going to attach a video also from, or a link from a different source if you want to watch that one too. Feel free to rewind this, redo it, ask me questions if you have them. But that is the gist of how to do it. Use your charts, use the big G. Good luck, have fun.